Hello, Michael.
Good to meet you, Steve.
Thanks for meeting us today.
Thank you for coming, my friend.
Yes. Hello, Michael. Reputation is what people think of you, but character is what you are. What sort of character are you?
Very good question, Steve. I always say that's for others to judge, so long as they know me personally, so long as they've worked with me or been acquainted with me for a number of years, then they could judge my character. For myself, I'm an ordinary individual with a passion for football. My family have been involved in professional football, as you've seen today, going back more than 100 years. It's one of my greatest passions in life. You've also seen my art today, Steve, one of the very few people. Very, very rarely do I invite people into my studio. Well, you've seen it for yourself, so you know I'm passionate. But I believe in being straightforward, being truthful, and as far as Manchester United is concerned, it's a great privilege for me to be involved for 3 years. I enjoyed every second of it, and for me it is the greatest football club in the world and still should be. But as a character, I'm happy to listen to anybody who criticise me, so long as they know me as an individual. If they criticise me and they don't know me, it's just like blowing in the wind.
Gossip and Chinese whispers causes doubt and infighting. I've come here today to get answers straight from the horse's mouth. That dispels all gossip, because for me, as I'm here today asking you the questions, they can't say gossip, that's not true, this isn't true. We're here today to get some proper answers. Thank you. Our United support has always been strong, passionate, but the Glazers have forced and bullied and sterilised it into something unrecognisable. Social media and fake news and divided like never before. You will know how it was when you came on the pitch with the ball and juggled. The power of the Stretford and the noise and the passion is what the Glazers are destroying, the heart and soul of the club. We need this consortium of, shall we say, new Red Knights to bring the club and fans back together. The fans won't accept another failure bid. They need hope and the Red Knights to lead and the Red Army of millions across the world to unite and get our club back. I've got some difficult questions for you. They have come from fans and myself, some relevant, some not so relevant. It's kind of a Christmas list of serious issues that have built up over the years that have never been addressed. As you know, they have never spoken live to the fans in 17 years until they were caught out over the ESL fiasco. What did you think about the European Super League idea?
Well, Steve, I've gone public with that. The great John Gubber came and interviewed me on that very topic. It was simply the most abhorrent, the most despicable, the most anti-football idea that's ever been germinated. And I was incensed by it, and that coloured my judgment about the Glazers. Obviously, I agree with everything that you've said about the Glazer stewardship of my club, Manchester United. And we do need a regime change. We do need a change of ownership, so long as that's done with dignity, with civility, with politeness, and with commercial properness. We do need a change of ownership. But for me, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, was the floating or the attempted float of the European Super League. It was a despicable idea because English football, Scottish football, Irish football, football per se in Europe is about the jeopardy factor, promotion, relegation. The dream every football fan has, even if it's a local community that really realistically is never going to win the championship of the Premier Division, although I say never say never. So it could be Accrington Stanley or Carlisle or or any lower league club, we must never take that dream away. The Glazers wanted to take that dream away for every football fan. That's why, for me, there's no going back. They are not football people. They're not good stewards of my football club. They need to go. And if I can play my part, as long as it's civil, as long as it's dignified, as long as it's proper, as long as it's legal, then I will throw my full weight behind it. They need to go, Steve. And the European Super League germ, for me, that evil seed to reap a terrible harvest, that was the final straw for me as far as the Glazers were concerned.
And many fans as well. As we all saw all over the country, everybody went mad. Everybody united over that.
They did.
I mean, I know Manchester United fans who would walk arm in arm with City fans and
Absolutely.
Liverpool and Everton fans,
Absolutely.
everybody. But because it came to an end, that never happened. But it was possible. I know for a fact our biggest rivals, Liverpool and City, Chelsea and Leeds, they would have all walked together against something like that.
And that is the beauty of football and football fans. When there is a real crisis, a la Hillsborough, as a Hazel disaster, when there's a real crisis in life, not just in football, football fans will come together. Because yes, they're passionate about their own club and their own rivalries with their competitors. Of course they are. But you know, football fans, on the whole, 99.9% of them are very excellent, solid people. But no, togetherness is everything. And I've tried to bring every Manchester United fan together, because we're not going to have an impact on the Glazer family unless we are united. Let's get behind our banner, united. We need to be united, all of us. It's the only way we can legitimately sit down and say we've got every fan behind us. Mr. Glazer and his brothers, I'm afraid we need to change. Here is the money. We're not wanting it for nothing, but we need to get proper football people in there sooner rather than later, Steve.
Lovely. Individually, fans are poor, but united, they can move mountains. Fan support is essential for any future of us moving forward. If you want the fans on side, we don't want lies like the ASL charade that we've just mentioned, deals done behind fans' back and then spring it on us. We fight back, we fight together. The fans see this as a David and Goliath situation. The Glazers have never been accepted. Only decent Red Knights could make this happen. Is this a majority of the consortium that you're speaking with? Decent investors, i.e. fit and proper, unlike the Glazers. The Glazers actually said to get their loan from the Rothschild that they were Manchester United supporters. That was a lie, because Malcolm Glazer never once stepped foot in Old Trafford, not once. And they wrote that in black and white. As a small shareholder, which I was, we got copies of all the pre-nuptial agreements, so to speak, and I've got it in black and white. They only had £247 million or £257 million. Nowhere near enough to buy Manchester United. They're only 15 minutes away from failure, and the Rothschild Bank stepped in and lent them the money. And that's the repayments they're paying now is money that Manchester United should be making and reinvesting in the club. Are the investors that you are speaking with decent and proper investors? I mean, we don't want Russian mafia and oil
Let me tell you,
abusers.
Steve,
we want decent fans.
Let me tell you, Steve, I'm speaking to no Russians.
Yes.
I'm only speaking to, at the moment, people who are English. I'm not being anti-foreigner, far from it.
No.
Because if they're genuine, honest people and are demonstrably and provably Manchester United fans, of course I'll talk to them.